Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Prime. We missed you guys last week. We both had some things that we were wanted to take care of, so we took the week off. But we are back for a quick one for you here today, and we're gonna talk about probably NBA. We're gonna talk NBA today, um, and being that the playoffs started yesterday. And if you want to chime in and get some quick thoughts in, we'd be glad to go ahead and read some of those comments, maybe even answer some questions, whatever it may be. We probably only going to be on this one for about 15 to 20 minutes because there is a reason that we'll let you know a little bit later. But Source was good.
What's going on, bro? Ain't nothing happening over here. Just chilling, just chilling.
You ain't doing nothing. What you on? I see you out there eating on sub, man. What you got? The breakfast popping? What we got going on?
Man, I messed around, was doing a live um, with some other people,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a bowl of oatmeal. I just finished that joint, but I started at 9:15.
You ain't had to run back to the microwave or nothing, bro. Like
I just kept scooping and just every once in a while, just throw in the scoop. Life goes on, though. Life
you on
goes.
that? You on that plain oatmeal? Yeah,
Oh no,
oatmeal and raisins, or
I
cinnamon.
ain't.
What you want? Bro?
It's honey. No, maple almond. It's maple almond oatmeal with, well, today it was blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, granola, chia seeds, and hemp seeds.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, got to turn it into something.
You gotta hook it up, man. You gotta hook it
Got
up,
to.
no doubt. Hey, man, but let's just jump right into it. Like I say, good morning everybody who's checking us out. Caesar was good. Yeah, we're only gonna be on probably for a short time because we got some recording to do after this. So we're gonna dive right on into it. Um, Source, man, the Sixers and the Nets got into it yesterday. Of course, the Sixers beat the brakes off of I'm going to say New Jersey. They might as well went back to New Jersey, Brooklyn. Beat them by 20 yesterday. And I think that's just a series, just for me personally, I think it's going to I see the Nets maybe getting a game in there, but I just think they overmatched, man.
Yeah, you got to think about the fact that a lot of the Nets wins came with KD, Kyrie, and a whole different squad than what they have now. Not that they're terrible or anything, but uh, that placement for them came with a different squad.
Yeah.
Some important pieces are no longer there. So it is what it is, but they got a fighting chance. They got a puncher's chance, I guess. They don't have a chance. I'm sorry. It's not going to go well. I tried.
Yeah, especially when you're getting balanced scoring, like a team like Philly come out, uh, three players over 20 points with Harrison, Embiid, and Harden yesterday. And you get that type of balance scoring. I don't care what type of gunners you got. You got a guy that's been balling out, even with Mikal Bridges, who
Right.
been, I mean, he's been somewhat of a stud, especially since making that move. But they just don't have enough firepower, man. Me personally, I don't see the Nets winning more than one game in this series.
Yeah, and Philly. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the end, but Philly is kind of one of those teams that's on a mission, or at least Embiid is on a mission, and I would hope that Harden is on a mission as well to prove something, maybe to the public, maybe to themselves. Either way, they got things to do, and Brooklyn is just something that's in the way.
Well, Brooklyn in the house now. Brooklyn about to be home. That's what
They're
it's
about to
about.
be at the house.
You feel me? Celtics took care of business against the Hawks. Hawks tried to make a late rally yesterday, but they just ain't have enough, man. Boy, Brown got busy for the Celtics yesterday. I just think for me in this particular series, I expect to get a spark out of Atlanta. I imagine we'll have the Trey Young 35 piece in there somewhere, maybe 40. But I just think with the Celtics is too well rounded. For me, they got guys that we don't even talk about that, they pass the ball so well that somebody can be open for the three and they're gonna hit that bad boy. So,
Yep.
even down to the seventh man on the bench. So I think most of us expect that that Boston's gonna win this thing.
Yeah, got to think that Boston's going to run through the Hawks. Um, I don't want to say it's the first round, so if they got swept, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But I guess we'll give the Hawks one game. We'll get the Hawks one game when they go to the crib.
Yeah, it could happen. It could definitely happen. We've seen Boston have some lapses late in games. You know, they got the big game hitters
Oh
at
yeah,
the end of games that can put you away. But I've seen them whittle away. You know, got a couple get away that they should have won during the course of the season. So
true.
you know, if Atlanta can keep from going down as much as they did yesterday in the game, I mean, I imagine they could pull out one somewhere.
Agreed.
Next up, the Knicks. Knicks beat the Cavs yesterday, 101-97. Hard fought game, to be honest with you. I know some people were commenting during the second and third period, thinking it looked like New York was about to pull away on this thing. But if anybody has seen them play this year, these two teams, this is how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. You can go into the fourth quarter, and there's been games where the Cavs have been up by 12 at the end of the third, and we get down to 3 minutes in the game, and the Knicks can close it to one. And then on the opposite side, you know, I can go back to the last two games where the Knicks were in full control of the game, a majority of the game, and then all of a sudden, you know, Mitch and crew want to make it they want to make it interesting, and then we get a game going down to the final, you know, 35, 40 seconds. So and this is what we got yesterday, and I fully think that this entire series is going to be like that.
Yeah, we getting all these games, bro. We getting all these, Jones. So, for your sake, don't get too high. Like you need me to tell you this. Don't get too high. Don't get too low, because we going all of them. We going all of them one way or the other.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I think it's gonna be rough. I know Caesar just made a comment saying he ain't been on the podcast in a while. The Caesar, because you be jinxing people. Caesar came out yesterday. You know, Caesar sees something happen, and that's just how the whole series gonna go.
Yeah,
And it was like, yeah, their bench, you know, their bench is better than theirs, and you know, even though the Cleveland people did make some comments over there about they had the better bench, but didn't show yesterday. Yesterday, our bench did play really well, but this is a series, man. Like, and it's gonna be a series.
yeah, it's nice to get that win on the road, though, right? Nice to get that
Yeah.
on the road.
You gotta understand. I mean, really, all Cleveland needs, like they were in this game with Fox's 38, but they just need more efficient shooting from Okoro, you know, and them they shot horrible yesterday. They missed a bunch of layups when they were going outside. Okoro couldn't hit the side of the building. I don't know. He should be taking that many threes anyway. But I think it's going to be a game, man. I just really think it's going to be a series. But we can keep getting what we got from Jalen Brunson yesterday. You know, those of you who was praising him yesterday in the group, we appreciate it. But where y'all been? He been doing this all year. And there's a reason. There's a reason that the New York Knicks are sitting in the fifth spot. You know, when most of the people were talking, if they make the playoffs, it's going to be a play-in type situation. Firmly in the fifth spot, battling the four. This is what they do.
Especially the first half of the season for Brunson. So
yeah,
you had to see it. If you didn't, now you know.
Yeah, you got Jalen mess around and got Randall back yesterday, and Randall coming off of an injury, he hadn't played in a few weeks, and he didn't shoot particularly well, but he made some good plays, made some bonehead plays too. He was out there bruising people. Like I thought he was going to put about 3 Cleveland Cavaliers in the hospital yesterday, the way that thing was going down. But I think this series will definitely go down to 6. At least 6 games, I believe. But then again, we don't know. We could be sitting here at 7. This is going to be – yesterday pretty much told us nothing that we didn't already know. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Indeed.
And then the last one that they played last night, of course, was the Kings and the Warriors. The Kings, squeaked out a 3-point victory yesterday, 126-123. And I made the comment yesterday, this is what I envisioned. Granted, it was one game. But this is what I envisioned when I saw the matchup.
That's what it's going to be. Back and forth, up and down. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a run from this team. It's going to be a run from that team. It's going to be a lot of De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk and Sabonis, who started. He had 8 and 7 in the first quarter, which is that's out of control. But anyway, it's going to be a lot of that. And then, of course, it's going to be a lot of Steph and Clay, little Jordan Poole sprinkled in, and shout out to Andrew Wiggins showing up as well, even though he wasn't able to knock down that late three last night.
Yeah, they trying to think who made the comment last night. I might have been was it Monty Goss? Somebody made the comment. It's like, man, they messed around and won this game, and Sabonis didn't have the greatest of game. Which he did. He was actually about 5 for 17 from the floor. And like, so you got to think if they're able to somehow through this series hang in and play these type of games when one of their best players is not having a great game, it's going to be something to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would expect 30 from Malik Monk every June, but obviously Fox is going to give you what he's going to give you. Going to give you them fourth quarter buckets especially, and then yeah, Sabonis. I mean, Sabonis is a beast, but he's gonna have to do some work. I mean, it's gonna take some work because he's not playing against slouch defenders, and
Indeed.
they're gonna give him a hard time one way or the other. I like Sabonis. I always like Sabonis. So
I did too. I was telling Cuzzo, Cuzzo Jay here, he likes Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were having a conversation one time before, and Cuzzo was like, yeah, he good, but I don't know if he all that good. I said, if you don't want him, I take him.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, so send him to New York, baby. I would definitely take him. So, but I fully expect him to bounce back. Steph was very efficient, 11 of 20.
Yeah.
Yesterday, very efficient. He's just gonna have to get some of his brethren back on board. I can't wait to see going into this next game. What Wiggins looks like. Because you kind of wondered with him yesterday. It was like, how was he going? They announced he was going to play. What he was going to look like? Was he going to try to throw himself in there immediately? What his minutes was going to look like, or was he going to let the game come to him? So, game one is out. It's in the books now. I'm anxious to see what Wiggins is going to do game two.
Yeah, Wiggins, Poole, and even GP too, for real. How their minutes look. Kuminga is.
Yeah.
We don't really talk about Kuminga too much, but Kuminga, man, he is going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. I mean, he's a problem now. You saw when he took off and got fouled early?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Even he had to laugh at that joint. That was about to be crazy. I was hanging. I don't know who that is.
I know who that is. You already know. Look at the hashtag. You already know.
I already know who that is. I ain't even get to the Queen Boy part, and I already knew. What up, Dame?
Yeah. Hey, big win yesterday for us, man. Hopefully we can put this thing down in game two. But I think people are starting to realize that we're gonna be around. Let's just say that we're gonna be around. And in addition to Josh Hart, man, Josh Hart played. I think it was like the third leading scorer yesterday. 17 points off the bench. I can't stress to people just how big Josh Hart has been since joining the New York Knicks, and hopefully we can find a way to keep him around. I want to find a way to keep him and quickly around, but and that's why Damon, I wasn't even that. I didn't want Brunson to get in foul trouble like he did early in the game yesterday, but I wouldn't totally shake him because I already know that on any given day, Quick can light your behind up too. Quickly, the guy that gave the Knicks a D+ grade for drafting. We'll never forget that. So yeah, but shout out, no doubt. We got one other comment up here. We need to talk about Dallas first before we get cooking. I guess you're talking about the Mavericks. I don't know what we're gonna say.
Doing the Dallas Stars? What we talking about?
You gotta be talking about the Mavericks. I think they've been in the news a lot. Of course, not making the playoffs. One, the losing record since Kyrie and Luka had joined forces, and now the talk that Luka, people on the inside are saying that they scared that this man is not going to want to come back. He's going to ask to be moved, even though he came out a week ago and claims he's happy being there. But they got some things to figure out in Dallas.
No doubt. Hey, he said that. Dame said he was happy in Portland too. However, people, for some reason, I don't know. I think people still gonna act funny if Dame leaves, even though he's just following in the footsteps of Kevin Garnett, kind of
right,
staying somewhere for so long and nothing getting done. and then leaving and finding success. So I think it would be the same thing, you know, or LeBron. But I don't really like to bring up LeBron because people that turn into a whole different conversation. But yeah. Dallas, terrible things, terrible thing. Hate it. Damn shame what happened to that dog, as they say.
Yeah, we got the rest of the matchups. The rest of the matchups coming down. How you feel about that 4-5 matchup with Phoenix and the Clippers?
It's about to go down. I feel bad. I will feel bad for Phoenix if they lose this series, not because they got KD and went out in the first round, but because they lose to the Clippers. And the Clippers just gonna trick it up next round anyway. So you're gonna be mad at yourself. Don't lose, Phoenix. That's all I'm saying. Don't lose. Y'all gonna feel real crazy.
Yeah, I've got them. I got Phoenix taking it though, but I agree with you though. That's
You're gonna be like, man, that's what they did. No.
And according to people in the group, the pictures have shown they took an old picture. They wrong for this. Kevin Garnett. I'm not Kevin Garnett. Kevin Durant got a haircut, so they. That means he about to be a problem, y'all.
My man found a barber.
That man that got the haircut. We might get a 40-piece out of KD for real. Like
out the gate.
37, 38. Yeah,
hey, dog,
this is what y'all want.
This is a great matchup. Like you got CP and Russ, Book and PG and KD and Kawhi. Like this is gonna be kind of crazy, actually. I don't care. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't have to watch most of these games. I don't have to watch, especially game ones. They don't really do it for me for real. But I don't have to watch most of these games. But that one, that's must see TV. Probably every game for real.
Without a doubt. What about your Lakers, man? Dealing with these Grizz.
What about them?
Y'all gonna handle business or what?
No, we ain't handling no business. What you mean? Handle business? No, I'm just playing. I am just playing. Even though I kind of feel that way anyway. But if it was somebody else, I might feel like the Lakers, they just gonna get smacked. If it was Denver, I'd be like the Lakers gonna get smacked. If it was Phoenix, I ain't gonna say the Clippers, but even if it was Golden State at 6, might feel like the Lakers it's not gonna go well. Even with LeBron James, I get it. Even with AD, but Memphis ain't got enough in the tank to make me fear them in any kind of way. Memphis ain't really like that in my opinion. Although I did find out that the company I work for, there's a higher up. I was in a meeting a week and a half ago. One of the higher ups was like, "Yeah, so my nephew, he played basketball at blah blah blah, and he's now on the Memphis Grizzlies." Somebody was like, "Who is your nephew?" Yeah, your man's Bane.
Okay, that's Bane.
I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." I mean, I guess he had to have family somewhere. It just happened to be in this meeting I was in. But yeah, they don't really scare me. Not that not that Memphis isn't good. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying there's nothing about Memphis that makes me say they're gonna watch the Lakers. But I will say that watching the Lakers in that play-in game, I know some people want to be like, well, it was gonna be a tough game, blah blah blah. And I've heard people say anybody who said the Lakers were gonna smash Minnesota, they don't know what they're talking about. Even though every player that said something about this series said, the Lakers should smash Minnesota, especially when they just had a scuffle on the bench.
Yeah,
a couple days before.
Yeah,
and Gobert's out. They're like, they got to smash them. Nah, Minnesota was running all over the Lakers. I think you were up 11-12 at halftime. I was like, man, even winning this game is just a disappointing look. That's just not a good look. But hey, I'm a Lakers fan, so I got to rock with it.
I think the key to that, the real key to watching, man, that's when if y'all can find a way, if Jackson gets in foul trouble for Memphis, Jaren Jackson, if you can get him in foul trouble,
man,
I think that changes a whole lot for the Memphis Grizzlies, and I think you guys, can really give them a problem.
We gonna see.
Over in the East, man, we got the Bucks and the Heat.
Ain't nothing to say about that, John, bro.
And I going to say, you think Jimmy B and Tyler and them exhausted all that energy here a couple of nights ago, lighting up Chicago, but they about to run into a serious brick wall. I don't even know if I want to turn it. I will because I'm a basketball fan, but I am not hyped about watching anything in this series whatsoever.
At all. Nothing to see here.
We already talked Knicks and Cleveland, so let's go down. We talked about Sixers and Nets, so that leaves us with we talked about the other game too.
Yeah,
we got
all we got is the West. The West crazy today.
Well, real quick then, out of the if there was one, so let's take the both of the 4 and 5 games out of it in both conferences, right?
Yeah.
Is there what lower seed do you think has the best chance of winning their series?
Phoenix.
No, take that one out.
I mean, I'm sorry, not Phoenix. Golden State. I apologize.
Golden State.
Look, I don't know why I said Phoenix. That's twice I said Phoenix. I must have. Maybe I need to go to Phoenix. Maybe there's something in Phoenix for me. But yeah, Golden State. Yeah, I know they took the L in Game 1, and the Sacramento Kings, the city of Sacramento, the whole city was in the street. I don't think anybody was at home. Was anybody at home after that game? They were all outside. Dog, that was out of control. I get it. It's been, 16 years since they had a playoff win, right? Something like that. Mm-hmm. Bro, you can't be out here hugging owners and throwing middle fingers up and waving goodbye and everybody in the streets, people crying. Y'all won one game. You won one game at home in the playoff series. One. Against the champs from last year. Pump your brakes just a little bit. Pump your brakes. Let's see if we can get to the end of the series with a W. If you get to the end of the series with a W, that'll be a great look. That'll be something. Actually, I wouldn't be mad if they celebrate that. Winning a series like that, I get that. Winning a game, y'all got to calm down, dog. Y'all got to calm down.
Yeah, it was crazy, but let them people have it, man. Let them people have it. I mean,
no.
I'm used to fans acting crazy. Look who I root for, but I will note though. I will take the. We won't act like that yesterday, but you talk about history. I believe that was our first road winning to open the series since like '99. So, yeah, but let them people have it, man. Them people ain't had nothing since C-Web, man. I mean, what you want to do? I mean,
all I want a game though. I have more appreciation for who was it? Was it Minnesota that won the play-in game? And they were celebrating with Pat Bev. Was that Minnesota? Was it last year?
Last year
when they had to celebrate on top of the table.
Yeah.
I can respect that more than that first game win last night and that celebration. Y'all got to just bring it down a little bit. Just bring it down a little bit.
No doubt. So the playoffs are going to be something to watch. Before we get out of here, like I said, anybody who's just jumping on, this is a short run through today, a short show. We want to touch base with our people. We're only on for a short time because we got another project we're going to be recording off air, and then it will be up for you guys. And I'll mention what it is here in a second. Be up for you guys between tonight and tomorrow. But Source, I do want to ask you this before we peel out. Did you pay any attention to the WNBA draft?
Yeah, I saw the draft. I take that back. I didn't see the draft. I saw clips from the draft. I didn't see the draft though.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted a couple of things I want to know real quick before we get out of here. Is I look at it, it was a strong draft. There was a couple of surprises in there, definitely within the top 10. But I gotta always go on a quick fan rant, and I always get reminded why I don't like doing a lot of groups outside of our group anymore. Just people are just hilarious. Like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I got in a little bit of a conversation in two groups really, but one of them it got kind of deep. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, how much basketball are y'all watching? So there was a fan that made a comment. So Lou Lopez from UConn, right? She went fifth to the Dallas Wings. Haley Jones from Stanford went sixth, right after her
It's Atlanta, right?
to Atlanta, which I can't wait to see that in itself because I can't wait to see her and Nas Hillman play together. But that's another story. Atlanta needs a boost. Person said, I don't know what teams are thinking. There is no way a team is going to take Lou Lopez over Haley Jones. And I'm saying it was one pick. It was one pick. I'd never take. I don't care what the situation. And I'm saying, okay, let me see how much basketball that you really watch outside of maybe a game or two here or there, or you just a regular fan. Anybody knows if you watch the Dallas Wings, right? Now, granted, if you're watching the Dallas Wings or the Dallas Wings, you got Enrique. Right? You got Enrique. You know, she going to do her thing. You got Diamond this year, but Enrique is the scorer. It's over.
Right.
Beyond that, they need a three-point shooter. They need another three-point shooter, hands down. And I said, all I've said was teams don't always just draft by name. They draft by what they need. There's no way I'm taking Haley Jones. I'm going to tell you something. Haley Jones has as good a basketball IQ as anybody I can remember in recent history. She can do it. She can run the 1 through the 3, but she probably, if she's not a 1, she's probably playing the 3 and not the 2. The main reason is she's not a good three-point shooter. She's a career 27% three-point shooter. She shot maybe 10, 11%. She didn't shoot well this year at all. Probably her lowest of her entire career at Stanford. You go get Lou Lopez, banger, 40%, 44%. Teams draft don't need. So the person comes back, oh yeah, okay, I respect what you're saying and all that, but I don't know if that's really enough to make me take her. I'm like, okay, no, you want what you want. You don't want the teams that want what they need. You get what they need.
You love Haley Jones, is what you're saying.
Man, I love Haley Jones too, but come on, bro. Come on. Like it's not rocket science. And then they're making the comments as if they took Lou Lopez 5th and Haley and get picked till 15th.
Right.
They were one pick apart.
Yeah.
They went for what they needed. They needed somebody, another banger, another scorer, and Lou can give you that. You know, so but it was tight, man. And I was happy for Aaliyah Boston because one, we knew she was going number 1. But then she gets to go down there and join last year's hero in the championship game. She's gonna be in there with Destiny Henderson now. So, you know, and then she got some SEC fan. Renaya Davis is down there. So I was happy for her, but I enjoyed the draft, man, especially the first 10 picks. There was somebody also that made a comment too, trying to figure out how Letitia me here got drafted before a bunch of players. She ain't even start. She ain't even, once again.
Yeah.
First of all, if you take this young lady and put her on probably 95% of the other teams, and she probably is a starter. 1. She's playing. Look what she's playing for. She's playing for South Carolina, right? But then number 2, once again, you know, ATL went in there and got a type of player that they needed. But these fans are crazy, man.
You know who else didn't start?
Yeah.
Devin Booker. But there was so much talent on the squad, he still got drafted. Like snapped up like that. So it happens. It's okay. It's okay. If you just watch the tournament, you should understand. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. So, but I think it was strong all the way around. I think Atlanta and Dallas had a ton of picks. You know, they were definitely the strongest. 3 picks in the top 10. Maddie Secrets, man, that they tough. And Diamond Miller, of course, ended up in Minnesota. You know, I think it's great. I think my other favorite pick, of course, Zaya went to the Sparks. Jordan Horston, of course, I'm gonna be a little bit of a homer, but Jordan Horston is, you know, it's you know, she's going over to Seattle, which at this point is definitely going to need a lot of help over there. So, but yeah, I can't wait for the season, man. We tip off in a month.
May 19th, if I'm not mistaken.
May 19th.
Yeah, normally I don't do this, but I gotta say, Zia Cook. you know, when you see players with knee pads on and
Uh,
all geared up and they go hard, you know, sometimes you look at them, sometimes you don't. Zaya Cook came out that joint looking like runway model
hey,
asphalt. Like,
I was every bit of it. I was with every bit of it. No doubt about it, man. So definitely had to get the ladies some love out there. Before we peel out, I want everybody to know that Source and I are about to go talk about the Wu-Tang American Saga. All right. Hulu. If you haven't seen it, what you waiting for? If you have seen it, check it out when we post it. It'll be up either tonight or tomorrow. We're gonna record. Since it's now ended, the 3 seasons are done, and we're gonna just talk about the series as a whole, how we felt about what we liked, didn't like, things of that nature. And we're about to go record that. So hopefully, a lot of you have already seen it. Go ahead and check it out. And if you haven't seen it, you can still watch it, but I'm going to warn you, it's going to be a few spoilers in there. But I don't know if it could be in the type of spoilers like you watching something like Power or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, yeah.
like, oh, no, I ain't got to that part. Or some people, like you and I know a person who's actually been on our show that we love very much, a good friend of ours, who's just now going through snowfall.
Right.
So she hitting me up 24. Yo, Franklin did what? I can't believe Franklin did blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Did he hook her up? You know, I'm like, so it ain't them type of spoilers, but because
speaking of which, series finale on deck. But anyway.
Oh yeah. We might have to give that some love down the road to the series as a whole, but series finale is coming up. But yeah, we about to go record this Wu-Tang and American Saga joint, and we'll get it up sometime tonight or definitely by tomorrow. We hope you guys are checking out. We'll post it in the group. Also, it'll be over on YouTube as well, so subscribe to the YouTube channel. So we appreciate y'all. But until then, other than that, we about to get about here. Enjoy your Sunday. Appreciate y'all and all that.
Laker gang.